he doesn't want to run this back in round 2, and he got forced to. And now November 6th, I'm going to take everything he's worked for his whole entire life, and he's going to have nothing left to show for it.
Cory Sandhagen feels he will be champion if he beats Peter Yan. Let's check it out.
This is all about me here. You know this, right? This is my chance to finally tell everyone I told you so. Now, does it count if it's an interim title? What do you think?
Maybe in this circumstance, I think it might. I think everyone sees Yan as like, you know, the champ of the division, the best in the division. So I think in this case it will.
Because it's Yan, because of how the last fight went, will you feel like the champion of the division? Like, will this mean, sort of like Dustin Poirier, it meant a lot to him very clearly when he won the interim title. Will you have the same reaction if you win on the 30th?
I think I'm excited, man, and it would feel like I was the champ if I do win against Yan.
Dana White says Paulo Costa, the Eraser, has to fight at 205 light heavyweight from now on.
But, you know, does he get away with this, like, scot-free? I mean, you know, because here's the thing, Marvin Vettori is a badass and he was able to deal with it. But a lot of guys might have been ready to fight at middleweight and not able to deal with that. And is it fair if you had Nick Diaz do it last month or 2 months ago and then now you had Costa do this? You know, is it fair to set that precedent and then not, you know, kind of nip it into bud and give Costa some kind of penalty for what he did?
Yeah, I don't think that there's a precedent. I think that, you know, he's getting fined 20% of his purse that's going to go to Vettori, and you know, had this thing not worked out the way that it did, he'd have been on a plane to Brazil with no money.
What do you do with Paulo now, right? I mean, I think a lot of people are saying this guy's future probably lies at light heavyweight. I know you say, as a rule, you don't typically tell people where to fight, but with a situation like this, will you or the team recommend this guy stay at light heavyweight?
Yeah, we absolutely tell you where to fight when this happens. Yeah, he's going to have to fight at 205.
Colby Covington explains UFC was going to strip Kamaru Usman.
Bring up the things that happened in the fight. Were they going to call the nut shot? Were they going to look at that he's acting and faking on the other eye? Were they going to show the stoppages that Mark made and how he's trying to separate me, but he's never separating Usman, and just the bias he showed in the fight? I wanted to see if they were going to say that, but no, they wanted to downplay me. They wanted to say, oh, I got knocked out. It wasn't a competitive fight. The ill-advised stoppages and just the controversy that surrounds it. You know, it's, if I would have won the other way around, if I would have been Usman and I won like that, I wouldn't have accepted winning like that. I wouldn't want to win like that. I would feel like I have unfinished business with this guy. We need to run it back right away, and this is the fight that needs to happen, because I need to leave no doubt to the fans, to the media, to my coaches, to everybody in the world that I'm the best, and there was nothing that stopped the fight, you know, that it wasn't a fair fight. So I'd want to prove that I'm the best and I'll beat you fair and square, but he didn't want to do that. He wanted to go fight lightweights and look for easier fights, and he doesn't want to fight me again until the UFC forced his hand. It's been tough, bro. Like, it wasn't supposed to happen. They did not want it to happen. You know, his manager, you know, they were refusing. They were trying to find every way in the book out of fighting this rematch. They didn't want this fight, man. And the only reason they have to take is the UFC gave them no choice. They said, hey, you fight this fight or we just strip you.
The words of Cyril Gahn, Francis's power doesn't scare me.
But sometimes you can have a guy like Francis and he like to make a power. This is not scaring me. You see, with Derek Lewis, they have a big knockout power too. Derek Lewis is a beast too. But it was not a problem when you look the fight. I stay inside like that with his punch. It was not a problem. He's a heavyweight like me. I can punch too like that with a big transfer. But no, it's not a problem for me. This is really don't scare me.
It's been 1 year since Khabib fought for the very last time. Let's check out the emotional exit of one of the greatest fighters of all time.
and you can be sure bottling up a lot of those emotions here during this fight week. Khabib Nurmagomedov has immediately resorted to tears.
Declaring the winner by technical submission due to a triangle choke, and still undefeated, and the UFC undisputed lightweight champion of the world,